Nigga said a money plant.
And we are live.
We are live. Give
believe-
us a second
I
before we
believe we
still
live.
set some stuff up.
I think so.
We got some announcements today.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
There we go. Here. That. Oh, dang.
You broke it.
I didn't break it.
No.
Sneeko broke it.
No. Yikes.
Yo. Fucking with but I don't feel bad for him.
I mean, yeah.
I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for none of them motherfuckers, yo. Like all that shit they earned that. They earned all of it. They up there, Heil Hitler and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now they banned it. Every hospitality, everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere in the country. They don't want to go to no clubs, to no hotels. They did that to themselves. They did to themselves.
Of course, the order I made will come as soon as I hit start. Babe,
of course.
Babe, can you get the stuff?
Of course.
We'll get somebody to get the stuff.
Of course. All right. Set my phone up.
All right.
Biddy is crazy. Biddy's crazy. Do they know this song? I swear I saw that goose feather the other way. Hey, Biddy is wilding.
No, one of those things probably is too heavy for you. You're gonna have to get somebody else to do it. It's just water.
You sure?
I would hope so. that's what I ordered.
Oh man. Yeah. So I'm about to just do the intro right now. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ. And I am Tombstone the Dead Man. And we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. We have some very important announcements to make today in regards to the show. Do you want to do it or do you want me to just...
No, go ahead. Rip the Band-Aid off.
So listen, the show today is only going to be an hour long. And in the foreseeable future, it will be an hour. There's a lot of reasons for that, and I'm going to break down a few. First and foremost, we have commitments that are 100% necessary for 2026 for our shit to work the way we need for it to work. One, there's a lot of content now that we have to produce, and we're going to take this time, the other 2 hours that we would usually do on the show, to strategize and get that content together. All right. The other reason is that, my man's about to have a kid.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
It's those of you that had children, you know what it is. It's a lot. And no, we're not going to have his man hemmed up because that would mean him doing the 3 hours for that and then some more time over to do the content. Nah. So we truncating a lot of that.
Yeah, we got to condense a little bit.
So we will affectionately refer to now. It's still Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, but it's
the power hour.
Yeah, it's just 2 cartoons instead of instead of 6.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like we on that because like I said, we have commitments, we have things that we are determined to build and turn around. It's the power hour. Right? That's what's happening. So you still got shenanigans for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely got shenanigans. But they're more like shenanigans.
Yeah, it's
agains.
The agains they have to, the agains may be out elsewhere, but
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that's what's going on.
What up,
Now,
Usher?
listen, the type. What's up, Ash? The only
What up, McKenna?
the only constant is change.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this thing is about. Change. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, there'll be other content on the other end.
Yes.
So, what I would suggest for everybody to do, if they have not done, is go subscribe to the Majestic Comics YouTube channel. If you have not, go do that. If you are not, and so and feel that's what you want to do, go subscribe to our Patreon because you're gonna see a lot of content over there. What's up, McKenna? Anyway, before I know SPJ probably has some stuff, but I wanted to just go over something I saw this morning. Was it this morning? Yeah, I think it was this morning. This morning. No, this was late last night. Wait a minute, was it?
You don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, I saw this, and it really, in 2026, this should not be a thing. It really shouldn't, because, I mean, come on, like, y'all have access to YouTube and all these other things where you can literally see that things aren't what they told you it was. So I saw this post on Facebook. Big cruise news just dropped. Carnival Cruise Line is making history with its first ever scheduled calls to Africa in 2027. And it's happening aboard Carnival Sunshine. The new itineraries include stops in Morocco and Tunisia, plus brand new European ports, and even a rare solar eclipse cruise. Okay. That's interesting. They usually don't go to Africa. They're going to Africa. Dope. But why do I see in the comments, and this from Black people, and this was especially disturbing, things like this, and everyone's laughing. They brought us over here. Now they're trying to entice us to go back. Now it's a setup. Let me guess. The cruise ship's going to be named Freedom. You get off to do an incursion. You come back. The boat is going to be gone. And this other one, is this reverse Uno? I ain't taking no boat to Africa. We got to deconstruct some of this shit. We got to deconstruct it, because it's 2026. It's not 1826. It's not 1926. It's 2026. If you don't know by now that Africa is one of the most beautiful continents on the planet, if you still think the people over there live in mud huts, the problem is you. Now, I can kind of expect this from people who don't share my ethnic background, because they might feel like they have no interest in knowing about any of that shit. But if you share my ethnic background and you still think that now, there's a problem. Thankfully, though, my faith in my community was restored a bit as I scrolled down further. And I saw people saying, shit, I'll go. And I'm going to miss the boat on purpose and stay there. Right? Of course, I had to comment. I was like, man, I'm glad to see this comment, because they got way too many of us thinking Africa's horrible. Saw somebody else. Cool. So it's not just me. Took me a long scroll to get to this comment. Somebody else, ditto. You have been conditioned, and I can't be but so mad at you.
Yeah.
Except to say that we live in an information age.
Right.
You have access to all of this shit. People have gone over there with cameras, film crews, pictures, on vacation, all of these things, documentary, all of these things. And these things that you can see is free. You can see it free on YouTube. They're building these sprawling cities.
Yeah.
Do they still have infrastructure challenges? Absolutely. But you know the thing that's funny? Right before we got on here, SPJ.
McKenna, we were just talking about this.
McKenna says these people acting like over 2 million Americans still don't have running water, not to mention how many don't have drinkable water. That part, I'm glad you brought the drinkable water part up. Because I don't know how we doing our new format about talking about our weeks and shit. But do I have a doozy for you guys on the drinking water part.
Yeah.
Right here in the shining city on the hill. I am 10 miles from DC. 10 miles. You guys have got to get out more. You've got to touch grass. And I get that the majority of Americans don't travel outside the country. But you don't have to travel outside the country to know this. You don't. There's problems in every country. There's poverty in every country. You're always going to find people on the lower scale of the economic thing. What up, Greg? You're always going to find that. But you motherfuckers in 2026 still running around acting like Africa's filled with nothing but mud huts.
Yeah.
No. I don't know what to tell you. You can go and see it right now. Right now, you can go on YouTube right now. Pull up Nairobi, Kenya.
I was there in the early 2000s. Even back then.
What are we talking about?
It's pretty decent.
Right. What are we talking about? Go to Ethiopia now. Go to Addis Ababa now. That shit starting to look like Dubois. Like, y'all gotta go to South Africa right now. Go to Cape Town right now. Right now. Go to Ghana right now. Go to Rwanda. That's right, Rwanda. Yeah, we know. Go to Rwanda right now. Like, that arrogance on how people here see the rest of the world is costly. It is. Better yet, go ask the 6 million or so Americans that have expatted out of this country and live someplace else. Ask them. Go talk to them. It's costly mostly, too, because what happens is you don't hold your political authorities to a certain standard here.
Yeah.
Like, if you stop thinking that everything here is just the greatest thing ever, you can start to see the problems and make these motherfuckers fix it. But as long as you keep thinking, oh, yeah, that's the shit over here, every place else is. It's not true. I've been other places. You can point to war zones all day long. War zones are not the only other places outside of the country.
Correct.
Come on.
Absolutely.
McKenna says, not to mention how many of the infrastructure issues in parts of Africa and Asia are because of weather that's out of their control. We don't deal with monsoons that destroy roads every year here.
Yeah.
And especially with the global climate crisis happening, a lot of those places are going to get hit harder. A lot of the reason those infrastructures are the way they are too is because they have been preyed upon by Western countries, preyed upon, snatching their resources out and processing them over there, not in continent, so that those jobs, so that infrastructure can go there. They take all those resources back where they live. They build their shits up. And then they turn around after exploiting Mother Africa. They turn around and go, tisk, why is it so bad over there? Why are your roads so bad? As if they have not been preying on that continent for the better part of 800 years and building their shit up. Oh, and by the way, exporting manpower out there for free labor and shit. And after all of that, for me to have to hear people in my community reacting like that at the thought of going to Africa is crazy to me. It's crazy. And I think out of all the things that was taken, that's probably the worst. The worst offense right there.
Yeah.
Is they got true sons and daughters of the continent. Literally, the blood of Africa is on your face.
Mm-hmm.
They got you thinking, oh, I ain't going over there. Man, my mother-in-law goes over there every year at least 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Trust me when I tell you, she is not one of the types that want to be inconvenienced or uncomfortable. Please believe. Y'all got to get right. Here's the good news. It's cheap to get right.
Just go over to YouTube. I'm not sure that it is so cheap to get right. There are other things that are not money that cost.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you have to abandon your bullshit, and that's going to cost you. That cognitive dissonance is going to sting like a woo. Mm-hmm. So I feel like somebody poured alcohol in a wound.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because recently I have been super obsessed with certain places over there. I invite you to, after the show, I invite you to go over to any channel on YouTube, do your search bar and put Addis Ababa. Just put that in Ethiopia. Just put that in there. Mm-hmm. Put that in there. Put it in there. Just saying, you can't be a predatory nation who is denied being a predatory nation, suck the value out of other countries to increase your value, and then turn around and point your finger at those places that you violated and go, mm-mm-mm.
Agreed.
Malcolm X once said, they'll break your wings and then accuse you of not being able to fly. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Facts.
But that's all I wanted to go over about on that topic.
Okay. I'm about to say, no.
Appalling. Bro.
So here's the thing. I ain't gonna say a lot, but some of them probably just told the joke wrong. The idea is the joke is supposed to be, no, I'm not getting back on a boat. No, I'm not. Yeah. Right. And no, I'm not catching a boat all the way to Africa. Those two are supposed to be the idea of the joke.
Yes.
I would argue that a small percentage of those ones you saw probably were aiming for that.
Yeah.
The other shit, no, I can't. The other shit I can't fuck with.
Yeah,
no, not at all.
It just looked wild, bro. That shit looked wild seeing all those brown faces doing that.
Yeah.
That shit looked wild.
Nah, especially as somebody who's been to Africa during his formative years.
Yes.
I don't share that. I don't share that idea at all.
What up, Reptilian? Yeah, man.
What up?
I'm trying to go. Like, I was talking to my wife about it 2 weeks ago. I was like, look, listen, we gotta. Now she's already been. She's been to a few places over there. Mm-hmm. My mother-in-law's been to a few places over there. I'm trying to get. Listen, facts. I'm trying to do that. I'll try to do that.
Facts.
But yeah, the only constant is change. It's time for y'all to change the way y'all think about some of this shit.
Absolutely, it is. What about your week?
Let's go into that. Let's get into that. Speaking of bad water.
Yikes. Well, hold on. We ready over here, son. We ready over here.
I get up in the morning, probably around 8-ish. Now, to be clear, that was after being up till 4. So I get up. I get up. I go to the bathroom. And I look at the toilet. The water in the toilet looks crazy. I'm like, did somebody not flush? That's fast. I hate when that happens. All right? So I flush it. And as it comes back, it's still this horrid color. Well, wait a minute. So I go to the sink, turn on the cold water, stop the sink up.
Yikes.
I look at the color of the water, like, what the fuck is this? So now I'm on high alert. I got to warn the people in the house because I can foresee somebody getting up, brushing their teeth. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So I get like, hey, this water is ass.
Yeah.
So we either need to call the landlord or the water people or one. So we call the water folks. No, we call the landlord first. He says, call the water people. Call the water people. And apparently what took place was maybe last week, there was some pipes that burst because of the temperatures, right? And that kind of caused a little whatever. But that was a week ago. And typically, it don't take that long for that shit to fuck up like that.
Yeah.
They already had them things fixed, all that. So the lady said, oh, well, yeah, just do an internal flush. Because the one thing they was going to do is do the fire hydrant out there, right? Flush that. But it was so cold, that would have been a problem because it would have been nothing but a sheet of ice on our block. You know what I'm saying?
So, that's already about to happen.
It's already about to happen. so I had to do the internal flush. I mean, flush the system out, where I take the tub, turn on the cold water at the bottom level of the house, let that flush, then do it at the top, right? I did that. She said, shouldn't take no longer than 15 minutes. All right, cool. 15 minutes later, that shit's still looking trash. I mean, trash.
Of course.
Like, what the fuck? So good thing we have filtered water to drink. We have bottled water, and we get these big old bottles of water that, so we were good. We would be good for quite a few days.
Right.
But it's the point, right? The shit's still coming out trash. So finally, after about maybe 45 minutes, the water started to clear some. Some.
Right.
So I just let it go. What they said is they're going to factor that in with the bill. I said, all right. Because I'm not fucking with that until this looked like something.
Yeah.
So right before it was completely clear, we were told, so the stuff that you see there is not really that bad. It's just the sediment. No! You're not convincing me that something that looks like tea that hasn't been brewed coming out of my fucking faucets is something else. No big deal. Get the fuck out of here. We're not doing that. Next time y'all saw me on the show, I'd look like the Toxic Avenger. Get the fuck out of here. We're not doing that.
Sure. You don't have powers, though.
I would have powers.
Yeah.
And I got to kind of weigh.
Yeah. No,
whatever.
You're right.
Whatever. But whatever the case was, no. So finally, it looked like it all flushed out and everything was cool. I still wasn't fucking with it. Because now I can't unsee what I saw, right? So the next day. Was it the next day? No, later that day, that same day. Went back, turned on the faucet. This shit started coming out looking like tea again.
Ooh.
What are we doing? So finally.
Not our jobs.
Apparently. So finally, the temperature got high enough where they was willing to risk coming out here, running that hydrant out there and flushing it from that way. So they did. And that eventually cleared the entire thing up. I haven't seen it again.
Yeah.
But because I saw it then, I'm constantly on the look now. I'm looking at. And then suddenly it all became clear. I mean, other than the water.
Yeah.
Look, it became clear. Like, I often poo-pooed the absolute obsession this household has with having a filtered water system up there. It often annoyed me every so often when they had to come up here and be serviced. Like, I gotta wait for somebody to come in. You know I hate people in my house.
Sure.
I hate people in my house.
Until you need them.
Now I have a greater appreciation.
I bet you do.
For us having the filtered water, for us having a big old bottle of water dispenser. We got two, one on this floor, one upstairs. I have a greater appreciation for that shit. And my suggestion to the rest of you, just from the water perspective, but also all the other stuff, go purchase a bunch of non-perishables, get yourself some water shits, all that, because things could get real crazy. The world is a very weird place right now. Things will get real crazy, right? Go get those things, because I got to say, knowing that they were there when this went tits up made me feel a lot better, a lot more comfortable. Like, I can go get water right now. You know what I'm saying? It's straight. Now on to something else. Because I was under the impression.
Oh, God.
That the reckoning had finally occurred.
Okay.
You know, for a couple of years now, I've come on here and I've regaled you all with my adventures of fighting back the forces of nature that sought to violate my home.
The ones that allowed you to believe you were doing something. Okay.
Shush.
Oh, my bad.
Shush.
My bad.
And I have been very successful in keeping these wasps away from the house.
Successful is a relative term. Go ahead. Keep going.
So I also told you about the time when I was out there sitting on the lawn chair during the summer, and these two big-ass crows were on the fence. And they was just looking at me. Cocking their, turning their heads and doing all that other shit. No big deal, right? I thought they was just chilling. And James had to float forth the idea that there was some sort of alliance.
They're Corvids. They talk.
There was some sort of alliance between them and these fucking wasps and all the other bullshit creatures that come around here to harass my house. Of course, I poo-pooed all of that.
They all serve at the feet of the Corvids.
And even to the point of even using gas warfare against one of the wasp queens. Called her Slip It because she tried to play me. She made it out, but I know she didn't survive after that. I remember all of that. Well, I get called upstairs from my mother-in-law. I'm like, what is this? I go upstairs. She says, look out here. I looked out the window at the front lawn. Listen, there was at least 50 of these motherfuckers all in our front lawn, on the lawn of the neighbors next door. And my mother was like, I have never seen them in this number, definitely not on our lawn, in our tree. She said, it looked like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. And then as she said that, she continued to say some other stuff, but I wasn't hearing her because in my head, I was hearing James go, Corbins. Where's the Corbins?
I'm telling you.
And I said to myself, is this the day he was talking about? What they got to do? What do they have to do with me? I was at war with the wasps, not them. I didn't do nothing to them. Why are they out here right now?
Because you were playing checkers.
With my enemies?
Because you were playing checkers. They were playing chess.
So, it turns out there was nothing really going on.
Not yet.
They stayed out there for a little bit. They flew off. Then they went to somebody else's yard. And then they bounced as if they were trying to steal Greenland. No, as if they basically was doing a show of force in the neighborhood. They basically were saying, we planting our flag here. We'll be back. Y'all have a lot of mineral resources that we very much appreciate. A lot of trees, all of that. We'll be back. And to that, I'll say, you are welcome. You are welcome to come back here, handle your business.
Don't say nothing foolish.
However,
I knew it.
That invitation that I'm giving you does not include those fucking wasps. Because it's up and it's stuck with them.
Okay.
If they try to put a hive on my house, it ain't going to last. I'm going to find it. I'm going to devastate it. I'm going to disrespect it. I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to disinfect it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting it out of here.
You can't win, Rock.
Sean P said Odin was in town with his birds. That is yet another possibility.
Mm-hmm.
That is another possibility. Maybe Odin was showing favor to my house.
I'm telling you.
Because I'll be respecting the Asgardians.
I mean, okay. All right.
But they are welcome anytime, every time. Look, our cats don't even go out. These cats we got down there don't go outside, so they ain't gonna harass you.
Mm-hmm.
But that invitation does not extend to them wasps.
They will bring
Keep your asses
whoever they damn well please.
And I will destroy I damn well please.
I hear you.
It's up. Reptilian said, be grateful it's not Asian giant hornets. No, I think some of them were. One day I saw one on the fig tree out there. I took a picture of it and I put that shit in AI, and I think that's what they was saying it was. I think that's what they was saying it was, you know, that's pretty ass. That's pretty ass. Right. So it seems to me that they was calling them reinforcements. The hornets were calling them reinforcements. The bigger and badder ones. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
It changes nothing. You see, SPJ doesn't quite get it, but he will if they come around his crib.
I don't disrespect them.
Listen, no one's disrespecting them by living.
I hear you.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, they disrespected me. They stung my wife.
I'll give you those two.
And here's the thing: like those '80s action flicks. That's it.
So you're gonna
that's
die
too much.
in a blaze of glory.
That's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Okay.
I cannot allow you. You're not getting another one off. It's just not.
This far, no further.
This far, no further. And to quote Captain Picard in that Star Trek movie, I will make them pay for what they have done. Yeah. You can't be stinging my peoples. That's too. You went too far.
Sure.
You went too far. So now you are restricted from putting your project housing up on my fucking ceilings and roofs and the pillars of the porch and underneath this, so that when we walk out the house, you start to go after a while, wait a minute, this is our territory. Why are you no, it's not happening. But Corbins, by all means, if these guys are one part of your NATO, you better tell them to stay off my lawn.
I don't think it's wise for you to command the Corvids.
It's not a command. It's a suggestion.
Okay.
It would be wise for them to stay off my property.
Okay.
Just saying.
I mean, I ain't gonna argue with you. I've informed you thusly.
And finally, I went to my doctor's appointment. Now, here's the thing. I had to switch days out. It was supposed to be on Tuesday. Couldn't do it on Tuesday. So I called him, said, let me do it on Thursday. Now, what I was supposed to be going there for was a heart stress test and the echosonogram thing, whatever. I've had this done before at least 4 other times, right? And I get it done at least once a year because I be having symptoms and I want to check to make sure every time, especially when I'm past a certain age, check every time to make sure that this ain't some shit that's to take me down before I get a chance to be on the plane looking down like this. We out! We out! Right? So I'm checking. When I get there, though, apparently the person that they have that does the sonogram thing to the heart wasn't there. So I had to do the stress. I just had to do the heart stress test, and I got to go back again next week to do the other thing. So I go in there, and they got me on a treadmill. They will increase the speed of it and all this other stuff. And they basically want to get your blood pressure up to, your heart rate, I think up to 130, something like 134, some shit like that. Yeah, the ultrasound tech. And so they did all of that. I didn't have no real discomfort or none of that. So the tech tells me that I asked him, what's the highest heart rate y'all seen in here doing this test? He told me there was a guy that came in there. It was roughly between, he didn't know his exact, he don't remember his exact age, but it was in between 45, maybe 50 something. His heart rate went up to, did he say 240?
Yikes.
Something like that. But this stress test that he took went on for 15 minutes. He's a firefighter. So they had to do this different thing. And maybe McKenna knows more about that shit than I do. Right? For why he had to do it longer. I guess the stress test, in case he's in a worst case scenario in one of those situations, I guess, right? I was like, yikes. Like, that's crazy to me. How do your heart don't explode? I don't know. But did that, had to go back. But before I went back there to do that, I'm talking to the woman, the nurse behind the counter, and my wife hits me up. She's like, hey. So I finished talking to her, and I come over there. There's an old lady that was sitting there, I guess, with her daughter or whatever. And she had one of those little things that they push, or not push, but they use it to walk so they can.
A walker?
Yeah, but it had wheels on it.
Yeah.
And some other shit, right? So apparently the screw and the spring in there popped out. Just popped out.
Yikes.
So yeah, so when I come back over there, I'm trying to help her. I don't know how to fix this shit. But I figure it'll come to me because I put together shit around here all the goddamn time. Okay, why comes through here and do this and that. Did not get a chance to get that shit in there before they called me to go to the back. So I said, listen, if you still out here when I come back, I'm going to mess with it some more. But when I came out, they had already gone. And that's why I said, did they manage to get that fixed? She was like, no, but she was still able to use it.
Okay.
But it bothered me the whole time because I was like, oh, she don't go out there and that shit.
Yeah.
She fucking falls down and shit. So McKenna says, yeah, some kind of extended cardiac testing. There's a specific name for it, but she doesn't remember. All right, bet, because that's what he was telling me about. So I leave, go home. I didn't expect that test to really affect me. I've done it before. I get home, I'm tired as a motherfucker for some reason. Then I had to think about it. I said, you know what? You don't be exercising like you used to because it's cold.
Yeah.
You don't go out there like you used to. And when you was doing that, you would do these stress tests, it wouldn't be nothing. So another goal of mine this year, it won't be now because it is currently 16 degrees outside right now. That's not happening. And it's supposed to snow this evening and into Sunday. It's going to absolutely suck. And that's how I'm going to end it by showing y'all this one thing. Hold on.
What you break? He broke something, people. Fairly certain. McKenna says also stress tests can vary in time from person to person. It's because they're trying to hit specific goals in terms of results rather than time based. Makes sense. Discord, what up, Discord? Good morning, GU, BCGs. We only have 3 degrees. Yikes.
Do yourself a favor. If you happen to live in one of the places where it's supposed to get this snowstorm,
you got to deal with that.
You should have already gotten yourself.
That's how my show is.
Listen, when I'm telling you, this little extra shit right here
changes everything.
Makes all the difference.
Because people know how fulcrums and pulleys and all that other shit work.
We've known for years.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
it just never. Yeah, you didn't think to add it. No, it's helpful. It's absolutely helpful. That is the type of shovel I have.
Listen, I have 2 of these. 2 of these. I am telling you, get this, because I'm under the impression that what's coming.
I've literally never seen a show snowball person. I bet you haven't. God damn it.
Listen, first of all, McKenna, shit. And secondly, get yourself. What I think is coming is the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those type of things where even if it's only like 6 to 8 inches, even though previously they were saying 17, but even if it's only 6 to 8 inches, it's going to probably be wet.
Yep.
Which means it's going to be heavy. And on top of that, they said some icing shit.
Well, so that's what happens. So when ice and sleet get introduced, that greatly reduces the amount of snow that you're actually going to get.
Yes.
Because it's a ratio. If there's a certain degree, the ratio is 10-1. So for every inch of moisture in the air, it's going to be 10 inches of snow. The lower you go, the higher the ratio goes. So if the temperature goes down, I don't remember the exact increments of degrees, but it could double the top number of that ratio. Right. So that's what it was originally, but then everything shifted.
Right.
So, yeah.
It shifted. So also, they have already treated our streets. Discord says when they plow, it'll push all of that into our yards and shit. Same shit happens here.
Yikes.
Same shit happens here. But like I said, they've already treated our streets. So we'll see if that means anything. I thought they did it way too early. They had the streets treated, I think, on early Thursday, late Wednesday or some shit.
It was really Wednesday.
I don't know. But yeah, get yourself
again.
That too. That too. But yeah, anyway, that's my week.
Word. Discourse at tire chains. Yeah, we don't really do that here. Because if like we happen to be in an area where if it snows that badly, we are equipped to be on top of it, but also if it's to the point that they can't clean it like that, we don't be going nowhere.
That's true.
We're like a mixture of the two. Because in the South, they panic and shit goes out. Understandable, because they don't got to deal with this shit often. In the Midwest and in the upper North, they be with the tire chains and all this other
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But no, with us, we in between the two situations.
Right.
All right. Let's kick this off with a dumbass of the week.
Okay.
So, all this is from last week. I will what's the word? Infuse things that happened this week if it changed anything that's on here. But so I'm at one of the office and a lady comes in.
All right, I'm gonna check it out, Greg. I'm gonna check it out.
She explains that someone's basement window is kicked in. They are not answering the phone or the door, but their cars are still there. Now it's like 12:30 in the afternoon, so that's definitely concerning.
Right.
So why would I call them the dumbass of the week?
Why would you?
Here are the things that they had done since finding out that information instead of calling the police in no particular order, because I wasn't there for all of that. But here are the list of things they did instead of calling the police to that point. Called at least one other family member, traveled to the rental office, called another family member, told that family member the whole situation, told the rental office the whole situation, called one of the family members they called before they got to the rental office back, let the rental agent tell them that there is nothing that we can do about this and that they should call the police. Then they called the people in question again, the people that live there. They called them again.
Yes.
They started to leave and had the manager tell them, hey, y'all can wait in the office until the police come. Like, y'all don't have to leave. Y'all can wait in here. Then they called the first family member back that they had called when they got to the office to ask them if the people in question ever answered them.
Right.
And then they left the office. To my knowledge, they never called the police.
Wow.
Not once did they call 911.
Wow.
Your people could be in there strung up or some shit.
Yeah.
And you sitting here doing everything but getting them help. Now.
You could have went in there yourself.
I was about to say. Now, on the other hand, you know, we could be a little wary of calling 911. I get that. But then you should have been calling somebody that can get in there.
You ain't bullshitting.
Right, because...
What are you doing? What are you doing? Crazy.
Yeah, I have no idea if they ever called anybody that can actually help. They called other people in their family to see if the people in question would answer their calls. What? Why would you? Whatever. So yeah, that was dumbass of the week. Baby watch. The induction date is Friday. Now, barring reschedule because of this damn storm, and even in that case, they said it should only be 1 or 2 days, if at all, and they don't believe it will be pushed back.
Right.
So all these appointments that she's been going to have them looking good. Everything is great. It's bittersweet because while the induction date is still technically after the pregnancy has become full term, it's still before his due date. So the idea that they aren't trying to move that date up any further is great. But on the flip side, this can make labor more annoying for Chrissy because the less ready he is to come out, the more interventions they will have to do to get him to come out. Yeah. Yet another example of why I just don't just randomly tell everybody my business is if you've been here long enough, you know one of my biggest pet peeves is when people assume familiarity. Now, if you've never heard me use that term before, I'm talking about when people act like they're closer to you than they actually are. There's a possibility that one could look at what happened, what I'm about to talk about, and classify it as that. Okay? If you've been around here for a while, you may also know another one of my pet peeves is small talk. I don't have to explain that one. There's a possibility that one could look at what happened and classify it as that. If you've been here around here for a little while, you may have heard me say that I don't like humans.
I don't think it's ever come up.
I mean, I don't like people. I would prefer, ideally, to never have to interact with them. Now, obviously, that's not possible, so I'm very particular about who I choose to interact with whenever I can be.
Yes.
There's a possibility that one could look at what happened and classify it as that. And because of all of these things being related, there's a possibility that one could look at what happened and classify it as all three. I was at the main office and somebody came up to me and congratulated me on getting married. Then they started going into congrats on having a baby. Mind you, they see me at least once a week.
Nigga, you was married in
September.
I know,
I'm October, but I'm aware.
October,
yeah, I'm aware. But yeah, this past week, not the one that literally just passed, but the one before that, yeah, congratulated me on being married, and then congratulated me on having a baby on the way. So then come the 50 the obligatory 50 questions.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Now, I don't know you, and you don't know me, and that's
why are you up in my business?
That's been cultivated that way. That's not a mistake. It's not. No, I'm just saying, like, it's not happenstance that we don't know each other. We actively and willingly don't know each other.
Right.
So, I'm very far from the person that feels that you should never get close with people at your job. That's not me. That's clearly not me. Yeah. 2 of my girlfriends that I met at the job, some of the closest non-blood related people to me in life,
at work,
became acquainted through that job. Same. If you don't know me in real life, this may be a shock to you, but I'm actually pretty sociable. Even with my neurodivergent status, I do well with people when I don't have a reason not to.
Yeah, it's surprisingly true. I've seen different examples of this in different scenarios. That always makes me go, what the fuck?
I just would prefer not to. But if I'm in a situation and I don't have a
fake
reason,
it till you make it.
Yeah, if I don't have a reason to be mad or mean or upset or whatever the case may be, I'm not gonna be.
Right.
You know. Right. But this person and I don't speak. Like 9 times out of 10, if I don't say hi to them, they won't say hi. And I don't mean if I come into their space. I've talked about this before. I was raised that when you enter a situation, you speak to the situation. That's how I was raised.
Yeah,
I don't know how other motherfuckers was raised out in here in this world, but that's how I was raised. When you enter
walk into an environment where there's people already there, you're supposed to speak.
It's that simple.
I will say that does not apply to the bus. I was caught off
guard. Sure,
there I went down south.
Yeah, there are certain exclusions.
Yeah, when I went down south, got on the bus, I saw people coming on the bus. Good morning, everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm like,
now
that ain't
to be fair to that, me calling that an exclusion, I do see it sparingly.
Yes,
I do see things like that sparingly.
All right,
it's just not necessarily the norm.
It's not the norm, but
yes. Yeah. So, I've always. You speak to the environment. You speak to the situation. You entered the situation. The situation was there before you were there.
Right.
To paraphrase an old phrase that people used to say when they feel like you was being rude. The situation ain't sleep in bed with you last night.
Yeah, I used to hate that shit. I did, especially the older people. I walked to the job and Miss Bunny. If I'm focused on something else, I speak. It's like, damn. You can't speak. I ain't sleep with you last night. Money. You think that is the most cringe. Would you stop with that? Would you please stop with that?
But yeah, no. She even like when she comes into my space, generally she does not speak. And after that happened, like 2 years later. She works on one floor. I work on the top floor. She comes from her floor to seemingly talk to me more and ask more questions about the baby.
Nah, yo.
I have no reason to believe that she was up there for anything else. I sit right by the door. I hear the door open. I see her appear. She asks me a couple questions about the baby.
Right.
When she leaves my sight, I hear the door open. I have now. It's possible because I think I was in there by myself. So it's possible she was looking for somebody else in my department and saw that they weren't there, saw me, and then decided to be nosy. That's possible. But either way, you could have just shut the fuck up.
You know, that's
you
always
easily just left me alone.
That's always an option.
And I don't know. Like, whatever. So, last thing. Work. I've still been training. I'm going to continue to complain about this until it's no longer happening.
Wait a minute. You're still in training?
No, that's not what I said.
No.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Said you're still training.
No, yes. I've still been training.
Kind of the same as,
I mean,
it can be
it
interpreted.
depends. Well, English is stupid. You know, things mean several things. I'm going to continue to complain about this until it stops. I'm just going to.
Tell them to look at their notes, P.
Yo,
like, what are they doing?
This isn't a situation where I'm expecting it to get better because I'm complaining. No, this is cathartic for me. So we will have a new version of this same conversation until I go out for paternity leave. And it will resume. Well, actually, that's been updated. I'll get to that later.
Okay.
Why is it so hard for people to read their fucking notes? I simply don't understand. I literally spent 55 minutes with someone who would not stop trying to remember the steps I took instead of looking at their notes. So they never got to step 2 during that entire 55-minute time period.
That is ridiculous.
And let me get through this first. I found another phrase this week that I have to repeat. And
phrase
that
pays?
No. And that is, the pictures are just for reference. The words are the instructions.
Oh.
You would be surprised at how many people try to read the pictures instead of reading the fucking instructions. Not in addition to, no, instead of reading the fucking instructions.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, sure, okay.
I would.
No, you're right. You're right. Why are they asking questions about stuff that they see on the screen? One step of the instruction says to click save and finish. On the screen, that button, there's a button next to it that says save and new. Why the fuck would you ask me if you're supposed to click save and new? Your instructions tell you which of those buttons you're supposed to click. Why are you asking me about the other button?
You just made my head hurt.
Yo, it's simple shit like that. Why does the question, what do I do what do I do next, ever come out of anybody's mouth? What do I do next? You look at your fucking notes. You look at your notes, that's what you do. We also have a dearth of imagination out in the world. If we're doing a test run for someone coming in to do an application, why are people asking me what information they should use?
Because they don't know what I couldn't even get it out.
Make it up! It's an imaginary person. The person doesn't exist. What should I put for their name? What do you mean? Put words.
That's your problem right there, too.
Type letters.
You asked them what they mean. You should, what the fuck do you mean? You gotta, listen.
Back to the instructions thing. Some of it is reading comprehension, right? I'm sure of that.
And in that case, you have to blame the American citizens.
There's nothing I can do about that one. I'm resigned. Actually, I'm resigned to all of it. I understand. I've switched up the entire way.
You can be resigned to all of it and still be annoyed.
Absolutely,
and express your annoyance.
100%. 100%. But like I said, having done this for 7 now, I can still say it's willingness. Willingness is what determines if a training goes well or not, because these things that I have generally fussed about are going to happen everywhere, no matter what. Willingness is the thing that actually matters. That first place that we went there in late October, if not early November. We just got them up and running last week. Everywhere else we've been has taken less than 2 weeks. Everywhere else. Everybody else has been willing. And that doesn't mean they don't have issues.
Right.
It just means that they're actually willing to do the fucking work.
Right.
One thing that keeps coming up from people who don't understand that I'm not just trying to be hard on them is them applauding my patience. Right? Because
I hate that shit.
You understand that no, I'm not actually here trying to be hard on you. So you talk about how patient I am. No, I am not that fucking patient. I just understand what this is. Well, first of all, I understand. I would say my patience level is probably average. I generally don't rush shit unless I'm late. And also, them taking all day to grab a concept really isn't stopping me from something I'm trying to do. Right. Like, And lastly, and definitely most importantly, and what I say to them when they tell me this, I get paid by the hour. I don't get paid by the job. You not understanding this quick enough doesn't stop my pay.
Not at all.
I'm gonna be here until we get it right. So
And then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, then I'm gonna leave. Just that simple. One of these part-time agents that we had to deal with Thursday, Stampy, just got it.
You should have gave him a gold star.
You know what? I wish I had it. Wish I had it. So on one of these training days, the slow adoption was particularly annoying because other people at different locations had problems. You know, my main job. I had to do other things, and this guy was just not. One place was having a problem with a printer. Now I've told y'all all of the jobs. We got these big multi-purpose. What the fuck is y'all doing?
Hey, listen, tell that guy out there.
Hey, pipe down, my guy.
What the fuck? We doing the park. You need to put a sign out your window when you podcasting. Should we park?
No, Jonathan, I'm not babying none of these. Actually, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. So yeah, that particular day, I was training at that location. Another location was having printer issues. The guy calls me and tells me he can't print something. I asked what if the only thing he couldn't print was that one thing. He asked someone else that's there if anything else prints. She said, no, nothing else is printing. I said, all right, cool. I get there. She, the one that said nothing else is printing, is at her desk. She looks at me like she's completely surprised that I'm there. I ask her if they're still having issues with printing. She says, no, we're having issues with the copier. Let's stop real quick. I've told y'all several times on here that our printers out in the actually even downtown, our printers are these big ass multi-purpose printer, copier, fax, scanner combo machines. They're the same fucking machine. What are you talking about? What are you? Huh?
Hey, yo, Mike is ass, yo. He said, you know, I'm gonna do that one time when I get that lotto money. Drive up outside.
That's hilarious.
And get a goose on it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I can't make this shit up. Like, what do you mean? No, you're not having problems printing. You're having problems with the copier. And it would be one thing if the problem she was having was actually making copies of something. No,
right.
The problem she's having is printing. What are you talking about? I simply don't understand.
Listen, we if Graydon is still in here, we got to get this man the fuck up. He's gonna pull his hair out. This motherfucker gonna appear on the show one day, looking like me.
Like, what do you mean? Huh? So, anyway, I fixed the problem. Everything was good. Anyway, so the last thing on this training thing, I've changed completely how I go into training now.
Have you now?
By telling them I know that they're going to be dumbasses.
Yo,
no, stupid. Stupid is the word.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you get some new motherfuckers that you have to do that with, please record you walking in the room and saying, listen, let's get the brass taxes. Most of you in here are dumbasses. And I acknowledge that. And I understand.
No, those aren't the words that I use.
Oh.
God damn it. So I'll come in. We do some light chit chat while I print out their instructions and shit. And then I gather them all around. I sit down at the computer. I put the instructions in each of their hands. I put the instructions on the table. Now, what's the first thing that's going to happen? Bar none. Every single different location I've been to, the first thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to bring a notepad.
Yeah.
Put that away. Put that away. You don't need that. Here are your instructions, right? All right. Here's the deal. we are going to start working on this. I'm going to show you how to do it. While you are doing this, understand those instructions, they're everything. You're going to have to look to your instructions. For everything that we need to do, they're in your instructions. If it's not in your instructions, you don't need to do it. Unless something goes wrong.
Biddy says time check hour has passed.
Yes.
Let him finish his shit.
Yeah, this is the last thing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
thank you, Biddy.
Yes, thank you very much. It's like, all right, these are your instructions. If you need to know what you need to do, you need to look at your instructions. These are your only resource. We are not your resource.
Right.
We are not. We are here for if something goes wrong.
And you are also here to give you the paper.
I'm here to give you the resource. Here you go.
My job is over.
That's it. Yeah, my job is done. Now, I'm here to give you the paper. If you have issues, you absolutely ask me. Ask every question. Every question that comes up, ask it. If it's something that's in the instructions, I'm going to tell you to look at your instructions. Today alone, I am going to tell you, check your instructions in some way, shape, or form 100 times. Even me telling you this will not stop you from not looking at your instructions. I'm aware of this. I'm going to continue to have to tell you. Now, when I do this demonstration, I'm not going to use the instructions. Why? Because I wrote the instructions. I know how the process that we want to do works and what we want it to be.
I think that's a mistake.
You do not know. You do not know.
I'm smarter than all of you.
No, listen.
I don't really need.
Listen. I'm saying all of it. You do not know how this process goes because you've never done it before. You're going to think nothing. That you know what this process is. You do not.
And we checked your high school scores.
You're going to see me. You're going to see me demonstrate this, and you're going to think that you can remember what I did. Yeah. You will not be able to. I promise. I swear. I swear. I'm saying all of this at the beginning of every training session. You will not be able to remember. When you go through this, there are certain points in the process where, by looking, I will be able to tell that you didn't follow the instructions. I will tell you to start over. When you start over, you will think that you remember the things that you did right to that point. You will not. You have to look at your instructions. Why am I making you start over? Number one, it helps you practice the things that you did do right. Number two, it gives you another opportunity to look at your instructions to find out what you did wrong.
See how everything centers around the instructions?
Everything is about the instructions. There are a couple other reasons that you have to look at the instructions. Number one, this is completely new and very different, and in some places counter to the process that we currently use. There's nothing intuitive about this at all to you. I promise you, I've done the research. Next, this is also new to us, right? Even though we wrote the instructions, the process is still new to us. So that means we may have made a mistake too. And the only way for you to catch our mistake is if you follow the instructions as they are on the paper and you get an unexpected result. When you get that,
are you picking up on a theme here?
Yeah, when you get that unexpected result, you will tell us so we can fix the instructions. And I'll send you a new version of these instructions. Do not write anything that I'm saying down before you get a little bit of a hold of what this process is. And the only way you can do that is by looking at your instructions and following what is in the instructions. You have to check your instructions. Your instructions, your instructions, your instructions. I'm going to, again, have to say this to you 100 times today.
He's going to come in there with a shirt that says check.
I might make a shirt. I ain't going to hold you. I might make a shirt just for training days.
Your instructions.
Yes. Dead ass.
Yeah.
I might do that very thing.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, after that first job, everybody has been willing to make it through it. Again, not to say that. Oh, another thing I tell them, there are going to be issues. We are going to mess up. Nobody's expecting you to be perfect because, again, this is new to you and to us. We're going to make mistakes. That means you're going to have to start over. And you're going to have to look at those instructions again.
And there's going to be a lot of mistakes because you guys are dumbasses.
Yeah, you're not going to look at the instructions, even though I've told you have to look at the instructions. I know this. You can think that you're going to check the instructions. You might have every intention that for this entire process, you're going to refer to the instructions. You will not. You simply will not. How do I know? I've done this 7 times already.
This motherfucker walking there like he Billy Jack in that old ass movie. He walks to the sheriff and go, I'm going to put this foot right there on your nose. And there's nothing you can do about it.
This is preordained. Discord said, hashtag we all noobs now. Facts.
Yeah.
We all noobs now.
All
noobs. This is new to all of us.
Right.
I just happen to be slightly
We're all noob Sabat now. So
I just happen to be slightly more experienced than you. And I wrote the instructions.
And a hell of a lot smarter.
Well,
so
listen,
I understand
I don't go into that. I don't go into that. Because honestly, throughout this process, I would like to say there's only 3 people. And I've trained, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About 16 people. I can say honestly that the only people I'm concerned about comprehension with is like 3. Like 3. I think that's a good ratio.
It's all right.
I think that's a good ratio. 3 out of 16.
It's all right.
But yeah, that is what I'm currently. Oh, I'm sorry. The last thing. It's all related to training. So because this happened, another situation happened where they didn't fucking listen. And they contacted my supervisor, who's not my supervisor, which would normally be fine. Mm-hmm. But because it's a new process, and she hasn't really gotten a chance to work with it for real, she wasn't aware of what I had already told them about this thing. And what I told them is, no, wait. She did it anyway, and that messed something up.
Of course it did.
So when I saw that, I was like, all right, I'm going to have to work from home during this 6-week stretch. Now, not completely, not the whole time, but a couple hours here, a couple hours there, I'm going to have to work from home. Why am I doing that? 1, to help Debbie, my partner in crime. 2, to help my supervisor, who's not my supervisor, because she already has so many things on her plate. She don't need that. That's not going to be helpful for anybody. Right. And 3, to help my motherfucking self. Because if I'm out of this damn office for 6 weeks and they try to continue on this course, something's going to get fucked up and it's going to be more work for me when I get back. Nah, B, we not doing that. I'm not in the practice of making more work for myself.
Yeah, that's my job.
But yeah, that's all we got.
We would like to thank all of you once again for joining us for another rousing edition of the Black Culture Geeks podcast. Please be sure to remember that while this went a little over an hour, this is kind of going to be the new state of things.
Well, it's just like the 3-hour shows. They're not always 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes we go a little bit over.
It's gonna be that, you know. Also, don't forget, if you haven't, to go subscribe to the Majestic Comics YouTube channel. If you're not a Patreon member, please go over there and be a Patreon member. You're going to get more content over there. Because, we on it this year. Yeah. We on it this year. Also, don't forget, Gray does the office hours. So go check his out when he streams. And, of course, we still have Metas and Mutants with Super Saiyan Guy and Hendrick. Speaking of Hendrick, he sent me a picture of his kid in a Green Lantern outfit. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. Right? But right. So for my man SPJ, I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.